Welcome to Stocka by 2icTech. This is a quick start guide to get you into the routine of counting, ordering, restocking, and repeating. First up, let's count. We're going to use a guided count. Guided count mode is the standard mode for day-to-day use. Manual count is great for updating one or two specific material counts. Counting works great on a mobile phone too, handy for your counting team members who might chip away at this on the daily. Add the Stocka web app to your home screen for even more convenience. Let's begin a guided count of my van. How many meters of 2.5mm cable? Let's say 20 meters. Note that the minimum threshold is 100, so we'll expect this to trigger an order. How many double GPOs do we have in the van? Let's say 6. With the left side area of my van counted, let's now move to the right side. These areas are set up within your Stocka locations. We'll unpack areas further in later tutorials. How many meters of 20mm poly have we got? Let's say we have 22. Now there are more materials to count, but we're done for now. We're going to hit exit, knowing we can return and continue counting at any point. Stocka will always guide us to the area with the oldest material count to keep count data as fresh as possible. Next is the management task of ordering. You might execute this monthly, and you'll likely complete this on a computer or tablet to help see as much info as possible as you order. Select Order. Here is a list of our suppliers. Thanks to our count, the list highlights AWM materials are understocked. Let's look closer. With a new account, there are no historical orders for AWM. Let's create our first order. The delivery address as set on the location, 123 Fake Street. Let's look at what we're ordering for my van. For 2.5mm cable, we can order in multiples of 100 meters, a max quantity of 300 meters, and a minimum quantity of 100 meters. We counted 20 meters of cable. We will need to order 300 meters to replenish to the maximum quantity. Likewise, with double GPOs, we have a max of 20, a minimum of 8, and a count of 6. However, with GPOs, we order in individual units, so we order 14 double GPOs to reach max. Should we not want to include either of these items, we can deselect them on the left. We're going to include both. Then select Create an Order. Stocka will generate a purchase order number, which can be customized. We then click Save and email to forward the purchase order spreadsheet to your email for review and forwarding to your supplier. Let's go back home. The next part of the process is restocking. We don't have any warehouses set up yet. We'll touch on this in a later tutorial. So let's select Order Deliveries. We'll select AWM, and we can see our order ACB1. Let's click to review. An order can be for multiple locations, so up top we select which location we're receiving materials into. Let's select my van and confirm that we've received these materials. 300 meters of cable confirmed. Likewise, 14 GPOs confirmed, or perhaps they had to place 2 on back order. If we click 14, knock it back to 12, and hit Save, we can see the status here is set to partially fulfilled. And if we were to go back, we see that the order status is partially fulfilled. At a later date, we'll likely return when we receive the back-ordered stock mark this up to 14 and hit Save. Again, if we go back, we can see that the order status too has changed and hidden as completed. We've counted, we've ordered, we've restocked, and it's up to you now to repeat. You'll find many more tutorials on specific topics and our help file to help you get underway. Before we leave you, let's cover off one last tip. Let's look at adding more materials. Select Manage Materials. We can see the materials that already exist within our system, and we can add a new material here, assigning a supplier, an item number, or a part code, and a name and a unit. Or for quicker batch import, go to Manage Suppliers. Pick your supplier, let's say AWM, and import a CSV of the supplier's materials. There is a template here to help you format correctly for Stalker. Let's click to choose the file, grab our AWM XLS. We can choose to generate an email report on the outcome or import the file. As we return to our supplier, we can see our materials are imported. In our case, we have not added any new materials, but just updated the ones that we already had in the system. You can import hundreds of materials all at once and greatly speed up your setup of Stalker. That was the quick start. This is Stalker by 2icTech, and this is a wrap. See you in the next episode.